Hey guys, Lordicus here with another Deathloop achievement. This one is called the Spice of Life, which is die every possible way, and there is a total of 10 ways to die in Deathloop. We're going to start the first 6 off in Carl's Bay. I'm running this in the morning if you want to follow me side by side. So the first one we're going to try and do is fall. So it's just a case of climbing up onto the top of a couple of these rooftops and killing yourself. It took me 2 goes. And then after that, we're going to move back to the coast, and then we're just going to dive in the water, or attempt to dive in the water. I hit the ice there, but then we just plop in and drown to death. That is 2 down. The next one we're going to go for is being shot to death. So all we need to do is get the attention of this chap here. Give him a little bit of time to kill us, and we are shot to death. I'm sure if you've played Deathloop long enough, you've got that one already. The next one is stabbed or macheted to death with a melee weapon. So I'm just looking for somebody here that has a melee weapon. I did actually find a person situated between hangars 1 and 2 in this little back alley here. So underneath the bridge, the walkway across. And then let her chop me up. And that is our 4th death in Carl's Bay. After that, we're going to get poisoned by poisonous gas. So if you drop down under the pier here, there is a window into hangar 2. And the lower levels of hangar 2 are obviously filled with poisonous gas. Stand in here long enough and you will die. And then number 6, the last one in Carl's Bay, is an explosion. So I was potentially looking for a landmine, but this also works as well. So if you shoot a cylinder twice, a gas cylinder twice, it will explode and count as an explosion kill. Right, the next 4 deaths are a little bit more involved. So we're going to go to the complex in the afternoon to get Depressurisation killed. This is over in Wenji's lab. So we just tootle over there. If you're curious why I kept respawning on the last level in Carl's Bay, if you go into the gameplay options menu, you can tweak it so you can reprise as many times as you like. You're not limited to 3. Okay, now we're in Wenji's lab. All we need to do is firstly kill a few in this room so we don't get shot. And then stand under a sensor, and this is going to trigger the alarm system. All the doors will shut and depressurization will kick in. You just need to stand in here long enough and it will eventually kill you. And that is death number 7. Right, so we're now moving on to the evening in Updam, and we're going to try and get grounded up. If you haven't guessed already, this is done by the meat grinder at the very end in Dorsey's Manor, where Alexei is hosting his dinner party. So all we're going to do is tootle through the streets. I did kill everybody here, but you can just run through them all. Stealth is not required at all for getting yourself killed. So you could just run through the main gate, but for whatever reason on this gameplay clip I am hugging the left side and going in rather stealthily. Once in the big glass room where the beer pumps are in the middle, all you do is jump on top of the sign and go behind, and there's the button on there that opens the meat grinder, and then just drop yourself in before it closes. As easy as that. On the next level, we're looking to go to Updam at noon and get ourselves killed by Charlie's rocket that is in his condition island on the very top floor. So we're just going to scoot over to the left side of Updam and cross the bridge onto Charlie's island. Don't need to be stealthy at all. I don't care if Charlie's alerted, it's not required, but for ease and speed I'm just going to shift my way around the outside and up to what probably is the 2nd floor. Just go in here. Now we need to find 3 batteries to power up the rocket. The rocket needs a total of 5 working batteries and 3 are missing. So we're just going to check some of the moving scenery because it's powered by batteries. Get 3 of those and then power up the rocket. Now that we have the rocket powered up, we need to go and speak to 2-Bit. If you have done the game over achievement and killed Charlie with the rocket previously, 2-Bit will lock you out and won't allow you to use the same launch sequence, and you'll get this message here. So if you do get that message and you don't have this second option for wait a minute, you will need to complete Wenji's quest line, as during that quest line she gives you the option to talk to 2-Bit and enable yourself as a power user. As a power user, you can then use any of his previous commands without any issue. So we're just going to go through a little bit of talking with 2-Bit here, trying to convince him to make me a power user and allow me to use commands again. Once that's done, you can then initiate the rocket launch as normal, and then we're going to have to run upstairs and stand beside the rocket on the top floor before it actually initiates and burns everybody. If you manage to get upstairs in time before the rocket initiates, this will kill you and give you your 9th death, leaving just one more to go. Okay, our last and 10th death requires going to Frystad Rock during noon. And we're going to try and get the reactor explosion here in Fear's nuclear reactor. So we're just going to scoot over to the right hand side of the map and enter Fear's bunker here. Just clearing out the enemies on the way, because there is going to be quite a lot of killing involved. And then once in the reactor room, you can either go loud and get Fear to initiate the reactor from upstairs, or like me here in this clip, I'm moving a little bit more stealthy, and then if you get down the backside of the reactor, you can cut an incorrect wire. So in this example, I go and cut the yellow wire, which also triggers a reactor meltdown. And then all we need to do is hang around here and stay alive until the reactor explodes. You're going to get waves and waves of enemies coming in to kill you, even though you're going to die anyway. So I'm just going to speed this clip up. You get a clear indication on the little monitor screen at the base of the reactor how much percentage it's got left. Once it gets to 100%, the reactor would explode and the achievement should pop. Just as little tips that help you through this, in the gameplay menu I do have one-shot kill enabled, and I do have infinite reprisals, so if I do die I can continue respawn. I'm not limited to 3 lives. As always, I hope you found this guide useful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bada bing, bada boom.